he will have baseball as the Rangers host the Oakland A's in Game 2 of this 3-game set. With Tom Greaves, Steve Busby with you from Globe Life Park, and lineup cards being exchanged at home plate. So the big news today, Joey Gallo is back in a Ranger uniform playing at first base. And with that in mind, let's head down and check in with Emily Jones.
Yeah, Buzz, Gallo called up today batting 6th, playing first, and Jeff Bannister says the reason behind that is the fact that they're down Chu and Fielder, of course, for the time being with Chu, and for the remainder of the season with Fielder, and he likes the options and the versatility that Gallo brings to the table.
The ability to get a guy like this up here, let's see if we can't get that bat going up here and get some of that power back into our lineup is very appealing to us. And we like the athleticism of Joey, what he can do on the bases also when he is a base runner. So we're looking for him to come up and play first base, do some DH, and swing the bat for us.
I also asked Jeff Bannister what that meant for Mitch Moreland. He said there will be times we see both Gallo and Moreland in the lineup together. There will be times when they platoon, also with the versatility of Ryan Rua, and also Gallo with the ability to play so many different positions. There's a number of different ways he can work that lineup depending on the pitcher they're facing any given night, Buzz.
All right, Emily, thank you. Yeah, a lot of things possible with Joey Gallo. Hopefully he brought that long ball with him, and he had been doing that pretty well at AAA Round Rock. He had 4 home runs in his last 10 ball games down there, and actually he got 3 in his last 5 games. So hopefully that big bat is heating up and inserted into the Ranger lineup tonight. And Joey Gallo playing at first base. First time we'll get a chance to see him at first base. He's been playing down there a bit at AAA Round Rock, getting his reps at first base. Apparently about 2 times at first for every time he got over at third. And so he has had the experience, and we'll see how that translates to the big league level. But the Rangers come in trying to build on last night's ball game. Of course, the walk-off win, Adrian Beltre's 2-run home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning gave the Rangers their 58th win of the year. They're now 58-42, and coming into play here tonight, they lead the Houston Astros by 3.5 games. Last night was the first time the Rangers have been able to gain ground in the AL West since the 26th of June. So it had been almost a month to the day since the Rangers upped their lead. Able to do it now, and the A's, meanwhile, come in 4th place at 13 games behind the Rangers. They are 45-55. The Rangers take the field here tonight. We're going to be just about an hour in our rain delay. And Nick Martinez going out to the mound, and Tom's going to tell you about the Oakland lineup that he will face.
That's going to start tonight with Coco Crisp back in the lineup, and leading off, Jed Lowry's at second. Josh Reddick will bat third. Danny Valencia will be the cleanup hitter, and he will DH tonight. Stephen Vogt is back in the lineup. He's the catcher. Jake Smolinski moves into the 6th spot in the lineup, playing center field. Yonder Alonso gets the start at first base. Batting 8th with 20 home runs this year is the shortstop Marcus Semien. Batting 9th, the third baseman Ryan Healy.
Bob Melvin putting that lineup together to face Nick Martinez. Nick just recalled from AAA Round Rock. Nick, 25-year-old out of Florida, up for his 5th start at the big league level this year, his 7th game overall. Nick, in his last outing at AAA, had a very strong outing against Fresno. That was last Tuesday. Worked 8 innings, gave up just 1 run. Had 8 strikeouts and no walks against Fresno in that AAA outing. So one of his better AAA outings of the year. Last outing he had for the Rangers came in Boston back on the 4th of July. Had a rough outing, gave up 6 runs in 4 1/3. So Nick trying to build on what he was able to get accomplished at AAA in this latest trip down there, and see if he can't bring that up here and help the Rangers continue their quest for more victories. Take a look at the Ranger defense is delivered to you tonight by DeMontron RV. Rua, Desmond, and Mazzara left, center, and right. Gallo and Odor on the right side of the diamond. Profar and Beltre on the left side, with Robinson Chirinos catching, and Nick Martinez behind the plate. Jurickson Profar getting the start at shortstop. And remember the other day that Jeff Bannister was saying that without Chu and without Fielder, the Profar was going to become the versatile guy in the infield. He's going to play all 4 positions, and rotate everybody else through the DH spot when they have the half day off. So we'll see how that comes into play with Gallo coming up today. We'll see if that stays in play or if it changes things just a little bit. Underway at 7 minutes after 8, a 1 hour and 2 minute rain delay as Coco Crisp takes ball one. Crisp been battling a sore neck. He's been in and out of the lineup of late, hitting just .233, but he has 7 home runs. And he rips one to Gallo. Well, the ball finds him on the second pitch of the ball game, and Joey took care of that.
Well, if you're Joey Gallo getting to play first base for the first time in the big leagues, you like the ball hit to you on the first play. Fortunately, that wasn't a one-hop skimmer, and he was able to catch the sinking line drive in the air.
Well, Gallo, of course, a third baseman by trade. At least he signed as a third baseman and played third base throughout most of his minor league career. So the hot corner, just because it's on the other side of the diamond, it's still pretty hot down there at first. Jed Lowry taking strike one. Lowry, like Coco Crisp, a switch hitter up there from the left side against Nick Martinez. Lowry at .278 as he takes ball one. Jed 2 home runs, 25 driven in. A's come into play tonight, 10th in the league in hitting at .251. They are 14th, next to last, in on-base percentage. Slow tapper down to first. Gallo right next to the bag, steps on first. 2 up, 2 away.
Well, they're just going to keep hitting it to first base. See what Joey can do over there. You know, you have to think Joey will have certainly the hands to play first base as a third baseman. Jeff Bannister talked about his athletic ability. We've seen him do a nice job in the outfield. And for a big guy, he runs a little bit faster than you would think he could. He's a good athlete. And so just like with Jurickson and Profar playing first base, it's not a matter of being able to do the physical things. It's just knowing the position to be in when you're the cutoff man and all the little subtleties that come with on-the-job training, which Joey's about to get.
No, base is empty for Josh Reddick. Nick Martinez back to him and a ground ball up the middle, right at Profar. And there is a nice 1-2-3 inning for Nick Martinez. 3 balls in play, 3 outs. The A's are gone after a half inning. Oakland nothing. The Rangers coming up. On Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer today during the Ford Freedom Sales Event and see why Ford is the best in Texas. By AT&T High-Speed Internet. Get a deal worth talking about. Get high-speed internet from AT&T. And by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Now, Nick Martinez worked a very quick and tidy 1-2-3 first inning. Rangers come to bat now, and Jurickson and Profar leading things off against Sonny Gray. And Jurickson, the switch hitter up there from the left side, which statistically is his better side this year, and he takes strike one. Profar 286 overall, but as a left-handed hitter, 321. That compares to a 200 average from the right side of the plate. Little topper foul, no balls and 2 strikes. And Sonny Gray, fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. And when he has them going, he can be very, very tough. He has had a tough time this year. Overpowering has been only occasionally for Sonny Gray, and Rangers have seen him when he's at his overpowering best. Rangers can't let his poor numbers, however, wipe away the memory of how well he has pitched against them in the past. Sonny Gray has a couple of shutouts in his career against the Rangers. Rangers, though, touched him up back in June. The check swing foul off of Stephen Vogt, the catcher. Gray started against the Rangers on June 15th. That was right here at Globe Life Park. See that foul tip down to Stephen Vogt's left knee. Rangers got 5 runs on 8 hits in 6 innings of work against Sonny Gray. Breaking ball, did he go? No, he did not. The appeal down to Bill Miller at third base. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Almost the same check swing as the one that he ticked. Came pretty close, but looked like he checked it in time. As Sonny Gray, in his last 4 starts, twice has given up 7 earned runs. And on the season, 4 times he's given up 7 earned runs in a game.
He gets a strikeout of Profar here, and that's how the Ranger offensive evening starts. And Tom's going to tell you about the rest of the Southwest Airlines Rangers lineup.
Well, it's a young Ranger lineup. Jerks and Profar leading off is 23. Nomar Mazara is batting second. He's only 21. Ian Desmond is third in center field. Adrian Beltre's the cleanup hitter. Rougned Odor bats fifth. He's 22. Joey Gallo is 22. He's batting sixth. Ryan Rue is in left field, batting seventh. Mitch Moreland will DH, batting ninth. The catcher, Robinson Chirinos. So, Buzz, the Rangers have 4 guys in the lineup under the age of 23. Nomar Mazara is the youngest position player in baseball. And of the 4, Profar, Mazara, Odor, and Gallo, Profar is the older of the 4. Oldest of the 4. He's only 23.
That would seem to bode pretty well for the Ranger future.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, it's unusual, I think, when you see a team in first place, getting late in the season, a contender, featuring 4 players that young in their starting lineup.
Yep.
And on any given day, Delino DeShields could be in the lineup. He's only 23 as well.
Yeah, Mazara takes a strike. It's 2-1. Delino and the rest of that Ranger bench over there that erupted last night is Adrian Beltre. Hit that rifle shot out of here to left center field. A walk-off win for the Rangers. And, you know, we talked about it a little bit last night, a little bit today, Tom, that I don't think the feeling in this ballpark had been that way. We had not seen that kind of a celebration that Adrian touched off last night since back in June.
Yeah, it felt good. And you're right, it's been a while. And in that kind of a game, a little bit sloppy defensively, unearned runs, behind by 4 runs early. You win some like that, but it's not the common way to win a ball game. So in an unlikely win like that ends so dramatically, with Adrian getting the 2-run homer, it does spark a lot of enthusiasm and great feelings, and hopefully it's a little bit of a springboard to the rest of the season.
And the 2 gentlemen you just saw, Adrian and Jeff Bannister, both kind of calmed things down after with their post-game remarks last night too. Adrian mentioning, hey, you know, we won this ball game. It was great to win. It was a fantastic win, but we need to tighten things up a little bit, our whole game.
Exactly.
And Jeff Bannister echoed his sentiments. Also said, pitching-wise, we have to be able to overcome some of those errors a little bit better. He said he wasn't pleased with the pitching in the last week or 2 about being able to compensate for some miscues defensively. Now, Nomar Mazara caught looking at a backdoor curveball, and he is gone for strike.
Yeah, this is just about, it's an impossible pitch for a hitter. It stays outside. It never really curved back and caught the corner. But the fact that it starts out so far outside, even though it's coming back, there's no way a hitter can feel like that's going to be a good pitch to hit. The borderline pitch, it can go either way. That one looked like it was a little bit outside, but obviously there's a little bit of a margin for error when you're talking about portions of an inch.
No, 2 gone, both on strikeouts. Here's Ian Desmond. Ian hit his 19th home run of the year last night in the first inning. Went the other way for his team-leading 19th home run. That's fouled back just over the extended netting. Back into the seats. 0-2. Ian, a little bit of a downturn offensively. He's now down to .310 with the batting average. That's as low as it's been in the last month. Tells you how good Desmond has been. In the dirt, the ball and 2 strikes. Bit of a roller coaster ride for Desmond offensively since the All-Star break. He's hit safely in 5 of the 10 ball games. But for him, that is very inconsistent. The way he has been going since way back in the middle of April. Call strike 3 is great. Strikes out the side in order. So the Rangers go very quietly in the first. 3 up and 3 down after 1. No score. Tomorrow night because it's Texas Chili Company Dollar Hot Dog Night. Rangers and the A's wrap up their series, so come on out here to the ballpark early. Enjoy all the hot dogs you can eat for just $1 each. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com, or you can call 972 Rangers. Danny Valencia batting cleanup tonight and DHing for the A's. He's leading things off against Nick Martinez. Pops the next pitch up into shallow right field. Omar Mazara circling under it. That is out number 1. And before Stephen Vogt comes up, we're going to say hello to Jim Knox.
I appreciate it, Buzz. Hey, in center field by the Nolan Ryan statue, an interesting event tonight. The Rangers welcome a lot of Pokemon players here. It's Pokemon Go, a program the Rangers part of a catch 'em all event here tonight. And a Pokemon official trainer actually displayed some lures before the game. And these Ranger fans are still playing, catching Pokemons. How many have you caught so far?
So far, I've caught 4.
Nice. Okay, and you?
2.
2. Hey, keep working, keep working. There's one over there, I heard. Okay, there they go. But this Pokemon Catch 'em All event, another one coming up in August. So log on to TexasRangers.com and check that one out. Buzz?
All right, Knoxy, thank you. I wonder where Tom Grieve had gone. He was out there getting those Pokemon before the ball game. I know you're big into that Pokemon.
Yeah,
Go.
I'm not.
Bad hop off the glove of Gallo down the right field line, and Vogt is going to be aboard.
Yeah, Joey's had a couple balls hit to him in the first inning that were playable. That was a tough one. That was a one-hop smash, it looked like. Took a hop right at the end. You'll see exactly 2-hop shot. See that last big hop, just a little bit over Joey's glove. That's a base hit and a tough play for first baseman, whether you played 1 game or 1,000 games at first base.
Well, first base hit, first base runner of the night. Stephen Vogt on at first with one away. Jake Smolinski, the center fielder and former Ranger, stepping to the plate. Jake had his 7-game hitting streak snapped last night. Went an 0 for 5 in that Ranger comeback win. Smolinski still hitting at .319. Half a dozen home runs. He has driven in 22. Good on base percentage too. Jake very adept at getting on the bags. Little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nick Martinez from Hialeah, Florida. Nick making his 50th career start at the big league level tonight. Stephen Vogt will take that throw as a compliment. Now Martinez back to the plate. A good fastball inside, and Smolinski fighting it off foul.
Yeah, he almost broke his bat on a foul ball straight back.
Well, talking with Jeff Bannister, that was one thing that he said Nick Martinez worked on effectively, and that's pitching inside to both right-handers and left-handers. He said if there was one thing that Nick didn't do as consistently well as he had in the past, it was get that pitch in. He was making some mistakes out over the plate a bit. And Nick said that after his last couple of outings at AA and AAA, he said he was able to get the ball off the plate when he was trying to come inside and not make mistakes back over the plate. Two and 2 to Smolinski. Vogt a small lead at first. Beltre, can they turn this one? Had 3 last night and make it 1 here tonight. 5-4-3. The twin killing, and the A's are gone. No runs a hit, nobody left. The Rangers turn their 126. After 1.5, we are scoreless. Is brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer today during the Ford Freedom Sales Event and see why Ford is the best in Texas. Well, partly cloudy night now after a rain delay of just about an hour prior to the start of tonight's game. Middle third of the Ranger order, Beltre, Odor, and Gallo to face Sonny Gray, who struck out the side in order in the first inning. And our Coors Light cold hard fact for you: with his 2 home runs last night, Adrian Beltre now 429 career home runs. Moving up the list, he passed Mike Piazza last night for 47th all time. Sneaking up, he's 2 behind Cal Ripken Jr. and 5 behind Juan Gonzalez and Andrew Jones. These are all time. Now you start talking about all-time lists, and Adrian moving up them very quickly gives you a pretty good perspective on the career of Adrian Beltre. Ahead of the count here, 3-0 to Sonny Gray. And ball 4 is low and draws a 4-pitch walk. So Gray goes from striking out the first 3 Rangers he faces to walking Beltre to start off the next inning.
Yeah, we're talking about Sonny Gray and how he has struggled this year. I mentioned in his last 4 starts, 2 times he's given up 7 earned runs, including his last start against Tampa Bay. Gave up 9 hits and 7 runs against Tampa Bay in 5 innings. One thing that he has enjoyed, though, Buzz, is pitching in this ballpark. He's been just about untouchable against the Rangers in this ballpark. He was untouchable in the first inning, but he hadn't thrown a strike yet in the second inning.
Yeah, 0 for 5 so far in the second frame.
He's had 5 starts here and won them all.
Now Rougned Odor, a .280 average with 18 home runs. That's now second on the team to Ian Desmond. Pulls that down to first base and having trouble. Yonder Alonso had a little trouble getting it out of the glove. Well, they only get the force on Beltre at second. Odor able to leg out the return throw. Alonso, one of the better fielding first basemen in all of baseball. Kind of an odd miscue for him.
Yeah, we saw a pretty good example of that last night when he backhanded a ball and flipped it to the pitcher covering first base. Looked very smooth making that. This was a case where he just couldn't get the handle on it. Flipped it out of his glove and didn't catch it. And that little extra time might not have been a double play anyway, but whatever chance they had to turn it was lost with that little flip inside his glove.
Now here's Joey Gallo, and he swings through that first fastball from Sonny Gray. Gallo's had 1 at bat this year at the big league level and flied out. That was back in May. At AAA Round Rock, 70 ball games for Gallo. On base percentage over .380. And OPS over .900. Out of play. And the count goes to 0-2. Well, AT&T with the high-speed internet will take you back to last year. Major league debut for Joey Gallo. And he did it up right. Big smile on his face and a standing O for Joey. Jeff Bannister this afternoon summed it up very succinctly. Asked about Joey Gallo and what he was going to do at the big leagues this time. He said, Joey Gallo's up here to play. He is going to be in the lineup, whether it be first base or DH or any of the other positions. Jeff Bannister said he's not here to be window dressing. We've got a specific job we want him to do each and every night. And I would think a big part of that job would be hit the ball with authority, preferably out of the ballpark. 1-2 to Gray. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think the best way to utilize a hitter like Joey is to play him every day. You know, there might be some times early in his career where he has a little trouble making contact or he's a little inconsistent, but one thing he can do is with one swing of the bat, he can turn a game around, and the more at bats you give him, the more regularly you play him, the more that's going to happen in your favor. Can't do it sitting on the bench, so if he's up here, put that bat in the lineup.
Call strike 3. Gray given the benefit of the doubt. And Todd Tishner, the home plate umpire. That high strike sends Gallo back to the seats.
And 7th outfielder, number 16, Ryan Rua.
One of those borderline pitches at the top of the strike zone. Hitters don't like that call. Pitchers say, hey, that's what the strike zone's for. off the top of the zone, according to our Fox tracks. Doesn't make the hitter feel any better, though.
So far, 4 of the 5 outs have been recorded by Sonny Gray on strikeouts. 2 gone, Ryan Rua. And Rua, one of the few Rangers that has had more than 1 or 2 at-bats against Gray that has done some damage. 0-1. Rua 4 for 9 with an RBI in past matchups against Sonny Gray. Rougned Odor at first, reached on a fielder's choice. Sonny Gray, an excellent athlete in his own right. He has very quick feet, good pickoff move to first. He was an outstanding pitcher at Vanderbilt University. Fields his position very well. One and one. Gray will look over his left shoulder at Odor. And the breaking ball comes through the front door. 1-2. Rua with those 7 home runs, the last 5 of which have come on the road. He has driven in 20. And Odor drawing another throw. Now Gray sets again. The Rangers faced Sonny Gray down here in June. He had gone the longest time against everybody, including the Rangers, not giving up a home run. The Rangers got him twice in that game. The home run has been a problem for him this year. He has given up as many as 3 in a ballgame. He gave up 3 to Tampa Bay back in May.
He's given up more home runs so far this year than he did all of last year. The Rangers have been hitting their share of home runs too.
Yep. They're right there with Toronto over the last month for home runs in the major leagues. 2-2 to Rua. There goes Odor. The pitch is dropped by Bode, who tried to make the transfer quickly and never found the handle. So a stolen base for Rougned Odor gets him in scoring position.
He tried to pick that ball that bounced. Another thing Sonny Gray does is he throws a lot of wild pitches. That comes into play with a man on third base when he wants to bury that breaking ball.
A full count now to Rua. Out of play to the right. Yeah, and apparently part of the problem that Sonny Gray has had is that he's very well aware of the number of wild pitches he throws. So when he gets a runner on third, he's hesitant to throw that curveball. And boy, that
can be a problem.
Yeah, that can be a definite problem because that's his main weapon as far as an off-speed pitch. Stephen Vogt flashed out the signs. Gray ready again. Another payoff pitch coming to Rua. Got him swinging. 5 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. Rangers get a walk and strand a runner. After 2, Rangers nothing, and the A's nothing on Fox Sports Southwest.
Of the third here at Globe Life Park in Arlington, and a big weekend here at the ballpark, and it really all gets going on Friday as we prepare to induct Michael Young into the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame. The luncheon kicks things off on Friday afternoon. You too are invited to get your tickets to this fabulous event. You can log on to texasrangers.com/luncheon. Again, that's 11:30 on Friday, the Hall of Fame luncheon, as we prepare to induct Michael Young into the Texas Rangers Hall of Fame, guys.
All right, and thank you. Well, Nick Martinez going to work here in the top of the third inning, bottom third of the Oakland order. Under Alonso leading things off, and he chops that pitch foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Alonso, Semien, and Healy, the last 3 hitters in the Oakland order of things tonight. Under Alonso, Long would be an excellent defender. A pretty good left-handed bat coming off the bench for the most part. 253 average overall, though he has really turned it up a notch here in the second half of the season. Alonso getting more and more playing time for Bob Melvin's club. Been hitting just over 300 in the last 40 games or so. Saw him last night as a defensive replacement. Starting to turn on the power a little bit lately. 3 home runs and 13 RBI in the last 22 ball games for him. Odor, a long range up the middle, off balance throw, got it.
What a play. He had to go a long way for that and get a tough hop on the dead run going in the opposite direction of the throw, and still got something on it to get you out at first base. Watch this. Tough hop, tough throw, got it done.
Batting the shortstop, number 10, Marcus Semien.
We've seen him make that play all season long. That's becoming one of his signature plays right there, going back to his right.
And I'm amazed every time I see him do that too, Tom, how much arm strength it takes for him.
Yeah. You know, I guess a lot of second basemen come into professional baseball as shortstops, which requires pretty good arm strength. And so when they move over to second, they've got that. But still, when you see a guy make a play like that, you realize how strong his arm is.
Yeah. So 1 very big out. Marcus Semien down on the count very quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Semien, 20 home runs. Just hitting .233, but he has done some damage. 20 home runs, second in the major leagues for shortstops. He's only behind Trevor Story, who has 27. It's fouled away.
It's that fastball, what you were talking about, Buzz, getting it into the right-hand hitter, 94 miles an hour. Seen several of the right-hand hitters hit the ball right down near the fists almost.
1-2. Yeah, if you look at the pine tar that's spread up and down the bat and use that as a target, that's a pretty good area to shoot for if you're a pitcher.
You're not going to give up much if you hit that part of the bat every time.
2-2.
You might give up a few hits to guys like Ichiro, but other than that, you're going to be damage free if you hit that part of the bat. See those blue marks on the bat? That's where the bat hits the ball and the writing on the ball comes off on the bat. The blue writing on the ball.
Shallow center. Long run in for Desmond. And he makes the catch, almost runs into Profar. And he had a long way to go, and he had plenty of speed to get there. Oh, a nice running catch for out number 2. And before Ryan Healy comes up, we're going to send it over to Dana Larson for a Chevy game break.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 48, Ryan Healy.
That's pretty amazing, Buzz. A guy's zeroing in on 3,000 hits, and he didn't get here until he's about 26 or 7 years old.
Yep. That is amazing. You know, people, and I remember about his 4th or 5th year, people were starting to talk about, well, do you think he can get to 2,000 hits in his career? You know, the guy was about 30 at that time. Well, yeah, it's maybe, you know, an outside chance. Oh, now he's gone way beyond that.
The one thing he's done in his career is he's been in impeccable condition and perfectly prepared to play for every at bat he takes. No one is better prepared or in better shape than Ichiro, and he stayed that way all the way to the age he is now. I'm not sure how old he is, in his 40s though. It doesn't look like it when you watch him play.
No, he is something. Yeah, and you're right. You know, he looks physically the same right now as he did when he first came to the United States.
It looked like a couple of years ago he was being phased out, but he's come back strong right now.
Ryan Healy, the hitter. Young third baseman called up right at the All-Star break by the A's. Off the end of the bat, soft line drive taken care of by Rougned Odor. 3 up, 3 down. 9 hitters through 3 innings. And it's a scoreless ball game after 2.5. Rangers face the Kansas City Royals, and the first 10,000 fans will receive a Papa John's Texas Ranger Throwback Thursday collector pin. That's commemorating Kenny Rogers' perfect game. Get your tickets today at TexasRangers.com, or you can call 972-RANGERS. A scoreless ball game, only 1 hit in the game here tonight, and that was infield single for the A's. Here's Mitch Moreland starting things off against Sonny Gray, who pumps in strike 1. Mitch handling DH chores tonight, batting at .229, 13 home runs, and 37 driven in. One and one. Moreland, 4 out of 16 against Gray in his career. The 2 of those 4, though, however, left the ballpark. Mitch, you remember, has always enjoyed hitting against the Oakland A's, whether it be here in the Coliseum in Oakland.
Well, Sonny Gray's dropping his breaking ball on parts of the plate that are very difficult for the hitter to handle. Dropping the breaking ball right on the outside part of the plate, or right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Up the middle, but Semien right there behind the bag at second. 1 gone.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 61.
And now Sonny Gray will face Robinson Chirinos. Robinson trying to snap an 0 for 11 that he is in right now, at 196 average overall. 8 home runs, and all of them have been on the road this year. 17 driven in. There's that curveball that's just a bit low. Matter of fact, the last hit that Chirinos had was the second of his 2 consecutive home runs against the Angels last Tuesday out in Anaheim. 2-0. Gray back to the plate. And misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Well, you remember Gray walked Adrian Beltre to open up the second inning on 4 straight pitches. And he's fallen behind Robinson Chirinos with 3 straight balls, and got the top of the order. Jurickson and Profar waiting. There is a strike, 3-1. Sonny Gray, one of those guys that has the ability to maneuver the baseball around. He can make his fastball move different directions. Turns it from a 4-seam cutting fastball to almost a sinking or tailing fastball at will. He's got the 2 breaking balls and a very good changeup. So he has all the tools needed to be a quality major league pitcher, and he has won 14 games each of the last 2 years. This pop foul back into the seats, and it fills the count to Chirinos. Sonny Gray on a warm, muggy night here in Arlington. High chopper. Gray fields off balance throw, and he got a nice play by Sonny Gray.
Great play. Wow. Made the same kind of a play Odor made. Well, what the Rangers were hoping is that this ball would hit the ground. If the ball hit the ground, it's a base hit. And Sonny Gray knew that. That's why he sprinted so hard to catch it in the air. Weird made an accurate throw. About as nice a play as you can see a pitcher make right here. How many pitchers are that agile?
Yeah. You know, we talked about Gray being a good athlete, and then that points it out as well as it possibly can be. So 2 gone, and Jurickson and Profar will step in for the second time tonight. Profar went down swinging in the first inning. Jurickson again in that leadoff spot. And the breaking ball just hangs outside to him. Profar got off to that great start, hit safely in each of the first 13 games in which he had a plate appearance after he was called up. Got up to as high as 397 with the average. And he is plummeted in the last month of play. He's dropped down to its current 285. I think that 284 level. Simeon plays a tricky hop. Throws out his counterpart. 3 up, 3 down, 3 ground balls. The Rangers are gone. We have finished 3 scoreless innings at Globe Life Park on Fox Sports Southwest.
Tom, look what we have here. It's Miss Texas from San Antonio, Caroline Crothers, and you got to throw out the first pitch. That was pretty cool.
I did, yes. It was once in a lifetime experience, that's for sure.
Now you got some autographed baseballs right here, and I understand your talent is juggling. Let's see what you can do with these baseballs, Caroline.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. Go ahead. Let's do it. Yeah. Hey, how about that? Look at that. Yo, hey, not bad, huh, guys? Well,
excellent.
Congratulations.
Thank
Very
you so
good.
much.
You're getting ready for Miss America. When is that?
Absolutely, September 11th on ABC at 8 o'clock.
All right, we'll look for you and vote for you. Got the early vote on the juggling. Let's get it going again, Caroline.
Yeah, let's go.
The rest of the game right here. Here we go. All right, keep it going. Buzz.
All right, Doc. That's pretty impressive.
I thought for sure Noxie was going to step right in and juggle himself.
There you go.
That's my kind of juggling, Noxie.
A Coco Crisp up for the second time tonight. Nick has allowed just the one hit, but a double play took care of that one. He's worked just to the minimum number of hitters, but he's fallen behind Crisp now. 3 balls and no strikes. Coco Crisp hit the second pitch that he saw from Nick Martinez into the glove of the first baseman Joey Gallo back in the first. 3-1. Nick back to the plate. Hammered to right. The ballpark is not going to hold that one, and it's in the upper deck. And Coco Crisp, with his 8th home run of the year, puts the A's on top 1-0.
Well, Nick is behind in the count, 3-0. Doesn't want to walk the leadoff hitter. Threw him a quality strike to 3-1, and Crisp turned on the 3-1 pitch. He hit the ball hard the first time up. The hooking line shot he hit to Joey Gallo was very well struck. And this one was gone the second it made contact with the bat. Went into the upper deck.
Oh, the A's on top, courtesy of Coco Crisp's blast to right field. Now here's Jed Lowry, who grounded out to first in the first. That is out of play to the left. Coco Crisp, apparently that neck is feeling a lot better. It caused him to come out of the lineup on Saturday. Hadn't been in there for a couple days. A fair ball right over the bag by Gallo into right field. Mazzara will get to it quickly enough to hold Lowry at first. Well, that one right over the bag.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard a hit ball. It was just well located. Here you get a good shot at it. Just caught the corner of the bag, and it was hooking away from Joey. Joey's not that far from the bag, but you can see how far that ball hooked. It was a couple of feet in foul territory after it went over the bag. It's one, if you're even with the bag or holding a runner on, it's a simple play, but in Joey's position, there's nothing he could do about it.
Now Josh Reddick takes strike 1. So the A's have put a home run and a single back-to-back here to open up the 4th inning. Reddick had a ground ball to short his first time, and a similar outcome would result in a couple of outs in this situation. Took something off and got it at the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Reddick a .291 average. Josh Reddick has been tough for the Rangers to deal with over the years. Like he's always had some big base hits against them. Chopped it foul. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Reddick a .306 career hitter against the Rangers. He's in 70 ball games, hit 12 home runs and driven in 43. Those home run and RBI totals the most that he has put up against any team. One and two. Nick now up to 41 pitches for the evening. That home run, by the way, the 5th that Nick has allowed this year at the big league level. And Reddick's pulling a pretty good pitch down and away.
Yeah, that pitch is about 8 inches outside.
Figure if you can get a hitter to swing at that, you probably got a pretty good chance of getting him
Feel
out.
pretty good if you throw that pitch where pitch number 5 is, and he swings at it.
That ball's blasted to right field. That one's going to leave the ballpark. Josh Reddick with his 7th home run of the year, a 2-run blast. It is 3-0 Oakland.
That looked like an off-speed pitch, maybe a changeup, maybe a curveball, whatever it was. It hung up out over the plate, right in Reddick's wheelhouse. He was kind of struggling against the fastball, but the location of this pitch really hurt Nick, and Reddick was able to get the barrel of the bat on the ball. Like a high changeup, center of the plate.
The home run, single home run, and the A's jump out to a very quick 3-0 lead. And Danny Valencia will be the next Oakland hitter to face Nick Martinez. Two home runs for the A's in this inning, now have 105 for the year. Valencia has 13 of them himself. 0-1.
And not a bad idea to throw Valencia a slider on the first pitch. He was looking fastball all the way. Tends to do that.
That one hits the inside corner. 0-2. Valencia went 2 for 4 in last night's game. Had a big home run for Oakland. Got a 3-game hitting streak going. Valencia had been the primary third baseman for the A's until Ryan Healy was called up from AAA. Healy has started all the ball games post All-Star break for Oakland. Check swing, that pitch just a little bit low, and it's 2-2. So Valencia getting starts at the DH role as he is tonight, also at first. He's even started a couple times in the outfield. Still 2-2. Valencia's hit well this year against the Rangers in 8 ball games. He has driven in 9 with a couple of home runs, hitting better than .350. Call, strike 3. Target set inside, but Chirino's able to reach to his right, grab the pitch that caught the outside corner. First strikeout of the night for Nick Martinez.
According to the pitch tracks, that pitch was right down the middle of the plate.
A lot of times you don't get that call if it's so far away from the target. Gallo has that go off the tip of his glove, and it's going to be an error. Vogt reaches safely. Well, Gallo trying to backhand that. And go off the tip of that big, long first baseman's glove.
Looked like he had it pretty much under control, but just didn't get the glove down quite far enough. Anticipating catching that ball and flipping it to the pitcher. Just didn't come up with the ball.
Yeah, let's see if Nick can work around that miscue. Jake Smolinski, the hitter. Smolinski grounded into a double play in the second. 0-1. Smolinski, who made his major league debut with the Rangers back in 2014. And he's down on the count very quickly, 0-2. Jay claimed on waivers, or claimed off of waivers by Oakland last June. A year ago, June, I should say. Had a couple of stints with the A's that have been very productive. This latest, one of his most productive. Still hitting .316 at the moment. One ball, 2 strikes. Nick gonna step off now, step back on, recycle. 1-2. Got him swinging. Strikeout number 2. And there are 2 gone for yonder Alonso. Well, folks, the next post-game fireworks show is coming up this Friday. It's presented by Sherwin-Williams. The Royals take on the Rangers at 7:05 on Friday. Get your tickets at TexasRangers.com, or you can call 972-RANGERS. Yonder Alonso out on a nice play by Rougned Odor. Ground ball that was headed towards center field, and Odor able to pick it off and throw him out. That first pitch high to him for ball 1. Ranger infield shading slightly around to the right as Nick misses low and outside. Outfield plays Alonso a couple of steps the other way. He and Desmond shading toward left center, but Adrian Beltre and Jurickson Profar on the left side of the diamond, well around to the right. That's outside. 3-0.
I think Nick threw somewhere around 30 pitches for the first 3 innings, only faced 9 batters. He's going to throw about the same amount of pitches here in the 4th inning. Error is going to cost him some pitches for sure.
Center field, Desmond to his left, captures that, and the A's are gone. But 3 runs on a couple of home runs and a single. An error when 1 man left after 3.5. 3-0 Oakland. T-Mobile. Well, the Toronto Blue Jays acquiring Melvin Upton Jr. from the Padres for minor leaguer Hansel Rodriguez. Upton having one of the better seasons he's had at the big league level, 256. 16 home runs, 45 RBI. Chicago White Sox, meanwhile, their third straight walk-off win last night over the Cubbies, and that's the first time they've done that since 1962. And the White Sox won another game tonight, by the way, against the Cubs. Well, the Battle of Chicago is being waged on the South Side, and the Southsiders are taking it to them.
Yeah, we're talking about that little crisis they had in spring training involving Adam LaRoche and his son. And the start that they got off to, 23-10, something like that. Now they had the controversy with the ripping up of the uniforms by Chris Sale. Since that time, they're playing some pretty good baseball. So go figure that. So much for clubhouse chemistry.
You gotta have a little crisis every once in a while. It makes things go better.
That's how they manage the crisis. Go out and win ball games.
Well, you remember the Oakland A's back in the 70s.
Yeah. Getting a fist fight in the clubhouse before the game with each other and come out and win games.
Just beat the tar out of whoever they're playing that night, too. 1-1 the captain, Nomar Mazara, on the pitch inside to him, 2-1. Yeah, they made a mockery out of team chemistry. Ray Fosse next door in the A's TV booth has some great stories about his days with the battling A's. 3 straight World Series championships. 72 through 74. And it's 2-2 now. Mazara leading off the Ranger fourth. Rangers find themselves trailing 3-0. Nomar called out on strikes back in the first. Foul just past the Oakland dugout. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The only way that lady sitting in the front row in the first seat there knew that ball was there when it banged off the wall, and she heard it. She never saw it. Fortunately, the wall was there.
Got him swinging. Sonny Gray has that punch-out pitch going tonight. That's 6.
Center fielder, Ian Desmond.
Our Kubota Power Stats talking about Sonny Gray. You mentioned it earlier. 5-0 his record in this ballpark. Globe Life Park has been very kind to him. An 0.96 ERA and a 1.95 average against him. That's the lowest, at least the ERA, by any pitcher. Minimum of 5 starts here at Globe Life Park. Desmond rips that pitch foul.
Be interesting if Sonny Gray had any insight into why he's pitched so well here. Rangers have played well at home. They've had good teams, and he has just dominated them in this ballpark. Here's a guy that's coming off his last 14 starts. He's 1-8 with a 6.45 ERA. Gave up 7 earned runs against Tampa Bay in his last start. And he's mowing down the Rangers without a hit so far in the 3rd inning in this one.
Yep. And ahead of Ian Desmond, no balls and 2 strikes. Desmond called out on strikes in the first. Gray back to the plate. To left field. Coco Crisp waiting for it to come down out of the night sky. 2 gone.
Third baseman, Adrian.
Next will be Adrian Beltre. Beltre has been the only Ranger to reach base tonight. He walked leading off the 2nd inning. He was replaced on base by Rougned Odor, who grounded into a fielder's choice. Adrian a 281 average after his 4-hit game last night. Went 4 for 5 in that ball game. Home runs in each of his last 2 times to the plate. One 1-0 pitch. And that is popped up to shallow right. Angling out now, angling in is Reddick, and he can't get it. Well, he did. He got it right off the grass top.
He caught that right on the grass.
Thought I saw that bounce out of his glove, but it didn't. And Beltre is retired. The Rangers are gone. 3 up, And 3 down as Reddick makes a semi-circus catch to retire Beltre. On to the 5th we go, 3-0 Oakland. Fox Sports Southwest is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by the all-new 3-row Mazda CX-9, meticulously crafted for driving because driving matters. Well, the A's come to bat leading 3-0. And in the top of the 5th inning, Marcus Semien leading things off. Nick Martinez back with the 1-0 pitch. Semien and a fly ball to center, his first time up there. Nick Martinez had handled the A's the first time through the batting order, sending them down with just 1 base hit. And Semien drives one high in the air to deep left center field. Back at the wall, leaping is Desmond. That ball's gone. 3rd home run of the night off of Nick Martinez by the A's. Semien, it's his 21st. It's a 4-0 Oakland advantage.
Well, Semien hasn't hit for a huge average this year, but he's on pace to hit 29 or 30 home runs. And for a shortstop, that's pretty good production. Knock in 70 runs and hit 30 home runs. And he's a guy we've talked about several times who has significantly improved his defense with daily work with Ron Washington. And he's turning into a very good defensive player. Athletic shortstop, displaying some pretty nice power with his 21st home run.
And first pitch to Ryan Healy is on the inside corner. He and Desmond did all he possibly could. He got up as high as he could with the assist of the padding out there, but back in the 3rd row. Shallow right, that is going to be down for a base hit. Healy hits a little flare out there, and he is aboard. Well, the same start to the 5th inning that the A's had to the 4th. A leadoff home run. And a single. That'll bring up Coco Crisp, who had that leadoff home run last inning. Looks like Alex Claudio is getting his glove on, his hat on, and he's going to start loosening in the Ranger bullpen. Crisp 1 out of 2 with that home run, his 8th of the year. Remember Crisp as he was leading off the 4th inning. First time that Nick Martinez had gotten behind a hitter. 3 balls, no strikes. Came back to make it 3-1, and then tried to go with another fastball that stayed in the middle of the plate. And Crisp hit it into the upper deck in right field. Pitch just outside, 2-0. The first time through the order, very little damage. No run damage, just one base hit. Second time through the order, a little bit problematic. 3 home runs, 4 runs allowed. And ball 3 misses. Crisp hitting at number 1 slot. He'll be followed by Jed Lowry. Three and 1. Last at bat, identical situation as far as the count is concerned. 3 balls outside the strike zone, 1 the 4th pitch in the zone, and the 5th pitch right in the middle, and he launched it to right field. Coco Crisp running that tape through his mind. Now next set. And he hits the outside corner. 3 and 2. Martinez reading the signs, checking Healy at first base. Healy on the move, the pitch inside, ball 4. And that'll put 2 on with nobody out for Lowry. And it's also going to bring Jeff Bannister out of the Ranger dugout. We'll see if the skipper, he points to the bullpen. He wants the left-hander Alex Claudio to come into the ball game. So Nick Martinez started off well, got through the first 3 innings with minimal effort, and then it all came apart here in the last inning plus. He'll leave trailing 4-0 with 2 runners on, his responsibility. Pitching change underway at Globe Life Park. We're back right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.
In Arlington, the Rangers trailing the A's by a score of 4-0, and a couple of injury updates for you. Colby Lewis played catch again. He's played catch for about 3 times now, and everything seems to be going well. He'll have another MRI on Friday, see how that goes, and then if all goes well there, he'll ramp things up. So still a ways to go for Colby Lewis. As for Derek Holland, 35-pitch bullpen session today, came out of that feeling good. So Derek ahead of Colby as far as the return status is concerned, but fingers crossed that no more bumps in the road for either of those 2 guys. Buzz.
All right, Em, thanks for the update. Good to to hear those guys are on the mend anyway. Here's Alex Claudio. He will turn Jed Lowry around to hit from the right side. Claudio appearing in his 19th ball game of the year. He is 2-1 to win his last time out. 286 opponent's batting average. That was against Kansas City when we last saw him. Fastball in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lowry has grounded out and singled. He singled right after Coco Crisp hit the home run leading off the 4th inning. And then Lowry came on in to score on Josh Reddick's home run. Double play ground ball. Profar, Odor, and Gallo. Second double play turned by the Rangers tonight. That is their 112th double play turned on the ground this year. Is for 113th, excuse me. That's their 127th overall. Just exactly what the Rangers were hoping for. Claudio entered the ball game. Oh, Healy on to third. He's there with 2 outs now. And Josh Reddick. Reddick, a markedly different hitter against left-handers than against right-handers. First pitch to him and lays off the breaking ball.
All 7 of Reddick's home runs have come against right-handed pitchers.
Claudio back to him, just missed. The throw to Gallo. He and Jurickson Profar must use that same first baseman's glove.
They better get another stitch on that glove. That's a hard throw, and the ball's even at your face. That thing go right through the webbing, hit you right in the face.
And Reddick loops one into right center. That is down for a base hit.
Reddick got a hit like that last night with 2 outs and a man on third base. Little blooper right off the handle into right field.
Reddick with his 3rd RBI of the night. That makes it a 5-0 Oakland lead.
Well, you get balls that you hit like this to fall in with a man on third base, and you're feeling pretty good about the streak you're in.
And for Reddick, that's just his 11th hit against the left-handed pitching this year and almost 70 at bats. So that closes the book out on Nick Martinez. All 5 runs go on his ledger. They were all earned on 6 hits in 4+ innings of work. And Danny Valencia now the designated hitter. It's low and outside for ball 1. Valencia tonight has been called out on strikes and fly to right field. There's that changeup that stops and starts about 6 times on the way to home plate. Took for a strike. Claudio, a long look at first. 2-1. Alex Claudio, the 24-year-old from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Been up and down 3 different times this year with the Rangers. And he misses low and away. It's 3-1. Claudio going to be a little careful with Valencia, and good reason. Valencia has been very good against left-handed pitching, and you got the left-hander Stephen Vogt in the on-deck circle. And that's outside, ball 4. Well, Valencia takes a walk, 2 on with 2 out. Vogt coming up. Robinson Chirinos out to talk a little bit with his left-hander, Jeff Bannister. Trying to make a call to the bullpen or somewhere for assistance. Nobody apparently answered.
No action down in the bullpen. And
No.
in this kind of a game, I think Alex is going to have to pitch a little bit more. Got the quick double play, throwing the ball fine. Then you got a little jam shot blooper. Missed to Valencia a little bit outside. He's throwing the ball fine.
Vogt has been aboard both times tonight. He's had a base hit off the glove of Gallo. And then he hit a ground ball that Joey couldn't come up with for an error. So he's 1 for 2. A's 5 runs on 7 hits. Rangers are still looking for their first hit tonight off of Sonny Gray. They have had just 1 base runner. The sinking fastball right at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. And that nibbles on the outside corner. 1 and 2. Ranger infield with Rougned Odor playing out there in the rover position and medium right field. Big hole right at what would normally be second base. Profar shading up the middle, but not on the first base side of second. That leaves a gaping hole between the two of them. Claudio ready for the 2-2 pitch. Couldn't get the call. He thought it was a strike, but Todd Tischer said, no, we're going to do it again. It's 3-2.
A tough pitch, but that ball's outside.
Oh, full count now with 2 outs. Both Reddick and Valencia will be off and moving with the next pitch. Runners on the move. Payoff pitch is fouled away, and we'll try it again. Claudio trying to prevent any further damage here in the 5th inning. A's have scored 3 in the 4th, 2 here in the 5th. 2 runners aboard, a full count to Stephen Vogt. Left field, that's going to push Rua back toward the track. And Ryan stepping onto the cinders makes the catch. That will do it. But the A's come up with 2 more runs on 3 hits and leave 2. Halfway through the ball game, Oakland on top, 5-0. About that, come on out to the ballpark this Saturday. Rangers take on the world champion Kansas City Royals. Pick up this special collectible. First 15,000 fans 14 and over receive a franchise 4 quad bobblehead. It's courtesy of Medical Center Arlington. You can nod along with Beltre and Pudge and Nolan and Michael Young. Texas Rangers franchise 4. Get your tickets for this Saturday at TexasRangers.com. And right on cue, going for second is Odor, and he is thrown out by Josh Reddick. Arudad trying to do a little too much and get a little excitement going. He is thrown out to start the 5th inning. Jeff Bannister has a look on his face like, what just happened?
Well, you appreciate the hustle, you appreciate the effort, but you know, you're not dealing with Joe Schmo out in right field. Reddick's a Gold Glover, and he may have casually gone out to that ball, but he comes in with a strike to second base to make up for it. I don't think Reddick in any way expected Odor to go to second, and so he went after it a little bit casually, but he's got a strong, accurate arm and got it there in plenty of time. Ball was hit so hard it got to him quickly.
Yeah.
Just didn't give Odor time to get into second base. And you might have caught somebody's surprise out there without the same kind of arm, but didn't work very well with Reddick.
Well, good news is the Rangers get their first hit. Bad news is Odor thrown out trying to stretch it into a double, and Joey Gallo up there with the bases empty.
Yeah, I think if you're Odor, what you're thinking there, and he's sprinted right out of the batter's box, he's thinking, okay, a little lethargic through 4.5 innings, down 5-0. If I can stretch this into a double, I'll be the catalyst to get a nice little rally going here. So, an aggressive idea, but just didn't work with Reddick out in right field.
Yeah. 2-1 the count. Now 3-1. So Gallo, who struck out his first time, bidding to get aboard here with 1 out. Ryan Rua, the Ranger left fielder, will follow. This is the part of the ball game that has been giving Sonny Gray some problems. This year, his second and third time through the order, if he's made it to the third time, really have been more problematic than the first time through. Full count to Gallo. Adrian Beltre explaining both sides of that question about when you go and what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and that's kind of a situation. You're down by 5 runs. Obviously, you've got to be a little bit more certain that you can get to second base.
There's a bomb to left center field. Way back. Goodbye. Joey Gallo unloads his first home run of the year. 5-1, Oakland.
There hadn't been many left-hand hitters that have launched one over the bullpen out there. But there's at least one right now. Well, the attempt to stretch a single into a double may not have energized the team. Maybe that home run will do it. It's a hanging breaking ball that on 3-2 Gray didn't get away with. Made a lot of good pitches today, obviously, to pitch the way he has, and a lot of good pitches with his breaking ball, but not that time. He hung that one 3-2, and Joey showed the kind of power he has.
And that would be prolific power. My goodness. No, all told, that's Gallo's 20th home run of the year if you put in the 19 minor league home runs. Well, Joey unloading for the first time at the big league level this year. Last year, he had 6 home runs and just over 100 at-bats. Well, since the All-Star break, we talked about Rangers hitting home runs as effectively as most anybody since the All-Star break. Trailing only Boston in the American League.
We'll see.
Right behind.
Kevin Harmon's working on that first baseman's mitt. Buzz, we were talking about that ball almost going through his web. I think Joey realized it as well, and Kevin's trying to tighten up that web so it can't happen.
And Ryan Rua shoots one right back through the middle. So 3 consecutive hits here in the 5th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Mitch Moreland coming out.
Now batting the designated hitter, Mitch Moreland.
And as we mentioned, Mitch has a little track record against Sonny Gray. A couple of home runs in his career against the right-hander. Nothing in 1. And Tony Beasley taking the opportunity to talk to Rougned Odor a bit. Tony really hands-on as far as working with the infielders, and maybe as much about attitude, I guess, trying to pump up Rougned a little bit, keep him from getting too down after that mistake.
Yeah, they're just not enough to be gained by taking the extra base, leading off an inning down 5-0, to warrant the risk that you take by doing it. You're trying to get a rally going, and whether you get to second on that play it's nice to get to second, but it's not worth the risk. I think that's what they're probably talking to him about. Although they're also probably telling him, look, we appreciate how hard you get out of the box too.
Moreland rips one deep left center field toward the bullpen. Goodbye. Lightning striking twice in the 5th. It is 5-3 Oakland.
Maybe the attempt to get to second did spark the Rangers. It didn't work, but the next 3 guys have scored a run apiece. Well, the A's pounded some home runs, and Rangers showing they're pretty capable of doing the same thing. Now that was a rope. Joey's was a high, majestic home run. This is just a line shot that goes about 400 feet to left center field. Both left-hand hitters with way above average power. That one sails out of there. All of a sudden, what looked like a fairly safe lead, just like last night, not looking quite so safe right now.
The Rangers have answered, and they have answered emphatically here in the 5th inning. Robinson Chirinos taking ball 1. So Mitch Moreland with his 14th home run of the year, his 3rd career home run against Sonny Gray. A 2-run bomb. Chirinos down the left field line. It is hooking and going foul, and that had plenty of distance. Sonny Gray had that deer in the headlights look right about now.
Not quite as close as the one Adrian hit last night.
Yeah.
It definitely had home run distance.
No, 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball is hit well left field. In a hurry is Crisp. He can't get there. It is off the wall on a hop, and Chirinos in with a stand-up double. Rangers have had 5 consecutive hits in this inning. They've had a double, 2 home runs, and 2 singles.
Well, obviously, it hasn't been a good season for Sonny Gray. He looked like Sonny Gray through 4 innings, but the Rangers have lit him up here in the 5th inning. Odor's base hit was a rocket into right field. Obviously, the 2 home runs were hit hard. Rua hit a solid base hit up the middle, and now Robinson rips a double in the gap. So 5 straight hitters, 5 straight ropes.
Now here's Profar for his 3rd at bat. Takes ball 1. We were talking about the opponent's batting average. First time through the order this year, Sonny Gray has held the opponents to a .238 average. Second time through, it's been .277, and after that, .348.
That's what we're seeing right now, I guess.
We have just seen the second time through for the Rangers. And Profar was trying to tie this ball game with that swing. Jurickson with 4 home runs this year. We've seen him hit the ball out of the ballpark on numerous occasions in his young career. Sonny Gray all of a sudden has his world come crashing down on him. Yeah, Chirinos at second, still just one out. Two balls and a strike. Here are the numbers we were talking about with Sonny Gray, and very unlike Sonny Gray in the past. Other than this year, 238 the first time, 277, and 336 the third time. That's if he gets to the third time all the way through. That's low and outside. 3-1 the count. Gray working himself into a hole. Profar batting in the #1 spot. Omar Mazara in that on-deck circle. Might want to mention that visit to the mound. It was not Kurt Young, the pitching coach. It was Bob Melvin, the skipper, that went out there. Apparently he had a very personal message to take out to Sonny Gray. Ball 4. The tying runs are on base with one out. Nomar Mazara coming up. There's Kurt Young, who is handling the phone duties.
Buzz, we were talking in the pregame show about how many 5-run innings the Rangers had when they'd reached 24 games over 500. They haven't had one since, but they've got 3 in with 2 on right now, trying to have a 5-run inning in the 5th, which would come at a pretty timely moment.
Yep.
Being down by 5 runs coming into this inning.
Sure would. And this crowd at Globe Life Park getting pretty energized by the happenings. Mazara has struck out both times that he has faced Gray tonight. A strike on the inside corner. Nomar, that 7-game hitting streak on the line here this evening. 284 average overall. Mazara during the streak has hit 385. Chirinos at second, Profar at first. Slow bouncer to the right side. They get 1 at second. That's all they will get. Profar removed on the fielder's choice. So runners at the corners with 2 out. Ian Desmond coming up. And before we show you what Ian does, we're going to send it over to Dana Larson for a Chevy game break. All right, Dana, thank you. 24 straight, and that's playing at Petco Park, too. Which, other than the All-Star game, is a pretty tough place to hit a lot of home runs. Well, here's Desmond, who's flied out and struck out. 1 ball, no strikes. Ian at 308 for the year, 60 RBIs, trailing Adrian Beltre, who has 63 for the team leadership. Got Chirinos at third, Mazara at first. 3 runs across, Rangers trailing by 2. 2-0. Liam Hendricks, Mark Zepchinski. Zepchinski, the left-hander, out in that A's bullpen. Crowd coming to life. Desmond intense at the plate. 2-1. When he takes a pitch like that, I never know whether he's taken all the way or if he is so disciplined that unless the pitch is exactly where he wants it, he doesn't even flinch.
I'd lean toward that, Buzz.
Would you?
I think he's looking for a pitch maybe on the inside part of the plate and wasn't quite where he wanted it and took it. You know, he's an aggressive hitter, and in this situation, I think he had the luxury at 2-0 of just being able to look for his pitch and didn't get the one he had in mind.
Gray, a long look into Vogt. Now the right-hander is ready. Shot foul, Boy, that went right into the Ranger dugout. Hope everybody's okay down there. My goodness. One of those screamers that got over that protective fencing there under the rail.
Wow.
Goodness.
You're not quite ready for a right-hand hitter to hit one over there. That to be late to that extent and hit one in the dugout. He went earlier, higher than that, into the stands in the same general direction.
Chopper to third. Healy across the diamond. Desmond out by a step. That'll do it. But the Rangers come up with 3 on a couple of home runs. They strand 2. And we will go to the 6th inning after Joey Gallo and Mitch Moreland drive the ball out of the ballpark. 5-3 Oakland after 5. Top as we go to the 6th inning. Tom, there's well the bats were moving. Gallo was getting a little work on his glove.
Well, we showed that one earlier that it looked like 2/3. No, it couldn't have been 2/3, but maybe 49% of the ball went through that way.
Yeah.
Didn't come out, but it almost did, and Joey was well aware of that. That can come into play in a lot of different ways. It can come into play. You can't get the ball out of your glove to throw it when you need to. It can go right through your glove and roll down the right field line too. That's something you rarely see. Unfortunately, I think Joey got the glove fixed, and we won't see it tonight.
Jake Smolinski starting things off for the A's here in the 6th inning. Alex Claudio. That was a knee-high strike. 1-1. Smolinski 0 for 2 tonight and 0 for 7 in this series. Jake is grounded into a double play and struck out. Take strike 2. Upper reaches of the strike zone. Alex Claudio came in with nobody out and runners at first and second last inning. Got a double play ground ball, then gave up a little jam shot RBI single to Josh Reddick. It capped the scoring. After a walk, Stephen Vogt flied out to end the inning. Now 2-2 to Smolinski, leading off the 6th. Chopper foul. We'll come back and try it again. The A's 5 runs on 7 hits. The Rangers 3 runs on 5 hits. All 5 hits for the Rangers came in that 5th inning. Changeup pulled foul down the left side. Yeah, you get the feeling, Tom, and I don't want to say I had this feeling last night, but certainly have it tonight. If Alex Claudio is able to shut down the A's, he's got a chance to pick up a win here tonight.
Yeah, you know, I can't remember exactly when it was, but earlier in the season he had a game kind of like this where he pitched 4 innings, I believe, and did pick up a win. Shut the other team down. The Rangers came back. So yeah, it's exactly what could happen. That's kind of the job of a middleman. Come into a game that's a little bit out of hand generally. You're not in the game if the starter's pitching well. And it's your job, just hold them there and give the offense a shot. Almost came back last inning.
Yep.
Need one more hit.
Ground ball to the right side. That is through the hole. And Smolinski has a leadoff single. So 1 on, nobody out. Yonder Alonso coming up.
First baseman,
First, folks, the first 15,000 fans at the ballpark this Sunday for the final game of the Royals-Rangers series will be treated to a green dot bobblehead. That's courtesy of Nitto Tire. It's the second in the series of the 3-dot bobbleheads this season. You can get your tickets today at TexasRangers.com and be sure to collect all 3-dot bobbleheads. Yonder Alonso 0 for 2 tonight. Nothing in 1. Alonso out on a ground ball to Rougned Odor, and then he lined to center field on a 3-0 pitch back in the 4th inning. Oh, 1. That evens the count. Alonso, the majority of his big league action with the San Diego Padres. Two balls and a strike. Alex Claudio with 29 pitches under his belt. One batter into his 2nd inning of work. That's Smolinski at first. Odor to second, back to first, not quite in time. Alonso doesn't run well, but that ball just too slowly hit for Odor and Profar to be able to turn it. But they did get the lead runner, Smolinski, at second.
Nice play by Rugi to get the ball quickly, but he was a little too far from second base. Profar does whatever he can with a strong throw back to first. Just didn't have time.
No, 1 gone now. And Marcus Semien, who is 1 for 2 with a home run, will step in. Semien led off the 5th inning with his 21st home run of the year. Just off the outside corner for ball 1. Semien now has at least 1 hit in each of his last 3 ball games. Already has set career highs for himself at 21 home runs, 49 RBI. Changeup floats in to even the count. Last year, Semien hit .257 with the A's in 155 games. And this year he's played in every A's game so far, 101 of them. Ball just tailing down and away. It's 2-1. Rangers really haven't had an answer for Semien in the matchups. This year he's been a .333 hitter against Ranger pitching. Career-wise, he's hit just below 300, .298. Could be a double play if they can get it. Odor out of his glove, and they got a double play.
It was hit so hard they still had time.
A little bobble, but turned over nicely. The Rangers turn their third double play of the night. No runs a hit, and nobody left. Andy worked with the gloves. 5.5 in the books, 5-3 Oakland. Slam inning brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is $500 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. If a Ranger hits a home run during this inning, Melinda Morris from Victoria, Texas will win $500. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, Victoria will take home $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Victoria, I like your I like your chances about getting the $500, maybe more. Adrian Beltre leading things off, had of course 2 home runs last night. And Gray gets ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes. Beltre, Odor, and Gallo in this Rangers 6th inning. Beltre has walked and fly to right field. Semien for out number 1. Next will be Rougned Odor.
Second baseman,
Rougned coming up.
Odor.
To show you our TXU Energy power player to watch. Last 5 ball games for Odor. Hot is maybe an understatement. How about 8 for 17 with a home run and 3 RBI? Multiple hits in 2 straight. He has a hit here tonight. When he had one to work with that stayed up for him, he fouled it straight back. Remember, Odor led off the 5th inning, last inning, with that solid base hit to right. Tried to make something happen and stretch it into a double. And Reddick was not having any of it. Josh Reddick threw him out at second base. Rangers went on to get 4 more hits in a row. Put 3 up on the board. Nothing in 2. That 281 average for Rougned Odor now sneaking up to territory he has not seen since the middle of May. Curveball just a little bit low. Sonny Gray, that curveball almost didn't make the dirt. Last time Rougned Odor was higher than 281 with a batting average was the 17th of May when he was hitting 282. Got him swinging. Gray comes back and picks up his 7th strikeout of the night. 2 gone for Joey Gallo.
Since Profar walked to put 2 men on base last inning, he's made some good pitches. It looked like he cut that pitch a little bit up and in. And the pitch before it started inside, tailed back over and caught the inside corner. That one went the other direction, up and in. And he kind of tied Rougned up with that pitch. I think he threw it exactly where he wanted to.
That's 7 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. Ties his season high that he set against the Blue Jays back on April 22nd. Also tied it when he punched out 7 Milwaukee Brewers in the end of June. Joey Gallo hit a tremendous home run to left center field last time up, and he hits one way up. I mean, this thing is way up in the air. It was up above the lights, I think. It's foul. Go back to last inning. Joey Gallo off of Sonny Gray, a 3-2 breaking ball that was coming in the back door until Joey Gallo's bat rejected it. Out over the bullpen in deepest left center field. He finds himself down in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. That one yanked foul. Still 0-2. Gray back to the plate. Gallo last year, remember, struck out better than half the time at the big league level. Had 57 strikeouts in 108 at-bats. Worked on cutting that strikeout rate down and has done so at AAA. Still in the 30% range. That's inside, 2-2. But today, that's perfectly acceptable if you're going to hit a lot of home runs. It seems like guys don't blink in a bit when they talk about over 150 at bat or 150 strikeouts in a big league year if you're going to hit 30 home runs. Got him swinging here, and that'll do it. So Gray gets a couple of strikeouts in a 1-2-3 bounce back inning for him. We have finished 6 at Globe Life Park. It's the A's 5, the Rangers 3 on Fox Sports Southwest. Game summary, a scoreless ball game through 3. Coco Crisp leading off the 4th inning. Blast into the upper deck. That made it 1-0 Oakland. Josh Reddick with a runner aboard followed with his home run into the lower home run porch. 3-0 Oakland. But Joey Gallo got the Rangers coming back. A solo blast over the bullpen. 5-1 the score after Gallo's Titanic home run. Then Mitch Moreland lined a home run into the bullpen in left center. A 2-run blast for Mitch. 5-3 after 5, and that's where we are now as we head to the top of the 7th inning. And Tony Barnett has taken over for the Rangers. Barnett appearing in his 40th ball game. He is 6-3. Very fine ERA for Tony at 2.17. The Anchorage, Alaska native dealing upstairs to Ryan Healy for ball 1. Last time we saw Tony Barnett 4 days ago in Kansas City, worked an inning and 2/3 of relief. Beltre from down under. That's Healy. 1 gone. Well, that'll take the A's back to the top of their order. Or Coco Crisp.
And Tony, for a reliever so far this year, has had a lot of decisions. He's pitched well. He's 6-3 for a middle reliever. It seems like his numbers keep getting better the more he goes out there. Good strikeout to walks. Less than 3 walks per 9 innings. Good opponent's batting average. Everything about his line is good.
Coco Crisp, 1 out of 2 tonight. Now, Tony Barnett, and I'm sure you know the story for Tony by now, but really polished the craft of pitching out of the bullpen in Japan. Went over there after he could only make it to Double-A with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization. Went over to Japan, was a starter, and after the first year decided, well, that's not going to work very well, so went to the bullpen and was given that opportunity, and well, he made the most of it. Still kept the same repertoire, a 4-pitch relief pitcher that utilizes all 4 pitches, but little nuances and learning himself, learning what he could do to manipulate the ball around the strike zone. He has come back, really developed into a closer over there the last year he was in Japan. Come back over to the United States and has brought all of his knowledge and pitching skill to the Rangers. He has pitched extremely well. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Crisp chops that pitch foul. Coco Crisp, 235 average. 8 home runs now, 40 RBI for Crisp. Barnett okays the sign. The right-hander back to the plate. We'll try the 2-2 pitch again. Tony Barnett on the just completed road trip in Chicago and Anaheim and Kansas City worked 4 out of the 9 ball games. He has been a busy man and doesn't look to slow down too much in the last third of the season. 3-2.
Tough pitch to lay off of right there with 2 strikes. Coco Crisp was able to do it though. Hard breaking ball just below the strike zone. Crisp has had good at bats in this game. A home run, a line out, and a walk.
To left field, Rua in and over toward the line. Ryan gets there in time, and Crisp is out number 2. Well, good job by Tony Barnett. Falling behind Crisp, he's able to get the fly ball. Bases empty, 2 away for Jed Lowry. Well, Tony Barnett, 32-year-old, to college in Arizona. Diamondbacks picked him up. Had kind of a circuitous route to the big leagues, but well, he's a good guy to have on a staff. He can pitch multiple roles for you. That 4-pitch combination that he has going and the ability to throw a lot of strikes makes him a very valuable asset. Lowry 1 for 3, a single and a couple of groundouts. 2-0. Hard hit on one big hop out to Rougned Odor. Tony Barnett works a 1-2-3-7. We're going to take the stretch at Globe Life Park. The A's leading the Rangers 5-3 on Fox Sports Southwest. #1 live streaming sports service delivers everything you've come to expect and a lot more. You watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. It includes a free subscription to At Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Just visit MLB.tv for details. Liam Hendricks, we saw here last night, coming out of the A's bullpen, on for his 27th or 26th appearance of the year. Hendricks worked a scoreless inning, had a strikeout in last night's ball game, so he is on here to start the 7th. He'll work to Ryan Rua, Mitch Moreland, and Robinson Chirinos. Hendricks, the burly right-hander out of Perth, Australia, goes to work with ball 1. Rua, who is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a single tonight. Hendricks, a 27-year-old, has bounced around the big leagues for the last several years. Pitch pop foul, back and out of play. Liam Hendricks, originally a member of the Minnesota Twins organization, came up and made his big league debut in 2011 for the Twins. He's also had stops in Toronto and Kansas City, and back to Toronto last year. Two and one. Hendricks came over from the Blue Jays to the A's in a deal that sent Jesse Chavez over to Toronto. Two and two. Ryan, a 271 hitter, trying to get aboard to start this Rangers 7th inning. All the scoring in this ball game done in the 4th and 5th inning. A's put 3 on the board in the 4th, 2 more in the 5th. Rangers answered with 3 in the bottom of the 5th. That's where we stand here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hendricks okays the sign, the 2-2. Rua being pretty protective of that plate.
Yeah, in that situation with 2 strikes, you'll take that.
Yeah.
Check swing and get the foul ball to hang in there. Hendricks has a sneaky fastball. Saw him last night. Kind of a short arm guy, straight fastball, but 93, 94 sneaks right up on the hitter.
Got him swinging, got that in a pretty good location, up and in. And Rua gone on strikes for out number 1. That'll bring up Mitch Moreland before Mitch steps in. We're going to send it back over to Dana Larson for a Chevy game break. All right, Dana, thank you. Well, the Yankees have twice taken down the Astros. We'll see if the Rangers can answer the same way they did last night once New York had that win. Rangers had a come from behind victory in the 9th inning.
There's a base hit if Mitch is able to get the bunt down. It doesn't take a beautiful bunt of any kind. You can pretty much, as Mitch did, try a sacrifice bunt it down the 3rd baseline and trot to first base.
Yep. Well, Mitch, with that 2-run home run his last time up, that was his 14th of the year, is now driven in 39. Nothing in 2. Take you back to the 5th inning. That drive off the bat of Moreland. That was a low line drive that got about halfway back in the bullpen before it came down. All you saw was a vapor trail headed that way. Got him swinging. Hendricks going upstairs. He has back-to-back strikeouts. 2 gone for Robinson Chirinos.
The catcher, Robinson Chirinos.
Chirinos doubled off the wall in left center field his last time up. He is 1 for 2. That double for Chirinos snapped an 0 for 12. That drought had gone back to the 2 home run game that he had in Anaheim. 1 ball and no strikes. Off the end of the bat, foul, and that evens the count. Well, Sonny Gray tonight worked the first 6 innings. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, and a season high 8 strikeouts. Well, the right-hander has given way to Liam Hendricks here. Fly ball deep down the right side, but that's going to slice back into the crowd.
The Rangers have had 5 hits in the game, and they all came in order to start the 5th inning. On the first hit, that was the one Roogie got thrown out on, but all the damage the Rangers have done came quickly in the 5th inning.
Chopper behind the bag. It's foul down the 3rd base side. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Infield and outfield. Play Robinson Chirinos just about straight away. Got him swinging. Hendricks strikes out the side in a perfect 7th inning. So we're going to go to the 8th here in Arlington. Globe Life Park, the scene of a 5-3 Oakland lead.
Buzz and Tom time for the Progressive fan of the game. This little guy had the time of his life, dancing all game long, had plenty of cotton candy. Hey, he was out for a second, but he's back. Got you some cotton candy right there. And his name is what?
Buzz.
Buzz, great name. Congratulations, Progressive fan of the game. Buzz is he's dreaming of a Ranger comeback right now, trying to keep those eyes open to watch another walk-off. Let's go, Buzz. Let's go, Buzz. Buzz, Buzz,
Let the kid sleep.
Buzz, 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 Buzz. Oh, I don't think he can do it, but a home run, a game-winning home run can possibly wake Buzz up. All right, way to go, fan of the game. Out like a light. No, he's up.
It's not me, it goes along with the name. You just fall asleep.
Poor little kid was sound asleep. They all started cheering. He jumped. His hands jumped up in the air. Poor little kid's trying to go back to sleep. Give him the fan of the game in silence and let him sleep. Poor kid. The kid's going to remember that. Come back and get you, Noxie.
You scarring for life?
Yeah.
Keone Kela coming out of the Ranger bullpen, taking over here in the 8th inning. Keone, his 12th appearance of the year. ERA is on the way down. He had a couple of rough outings before he had surgery, and one since he came back that really inflated that. But overall, he has thrown the ball well. Last time we saw him, Keone was up in Kansas City on Saturday. Worked an inning, had a couple of strikeouts. Dealing here to Josh Reddick, starting off the 8th inning for Oakland. Good fastball in at 95 miles an hour. 2-1. Reddick 2 for 3 tonight. He has a 2-run home run and an RBI single. Not sure where that was, but it's ball 3. Now Reddick leading off the 8th inning, will be followed by Danny Valencia, the designated hitter. Towering pop fly into right center field. Desmond and Mazzara, Ian Desmond for out number 1. Well, Reddick retired, and now Valencia.
Designated hitter Danny Valencia.
Valencia tonight has walked. Other than that, he has struck out and fly to right field. 0 for 2 officially. Off speed pitch, and that dips in for strike 1. Kela appearing in his 5th outing since the All-Star break, since coming back off the disabled list. He's on the DL with that elbow surgery, had some chips taken out. Bounced back very nicely. And he feels as good as he ever has throwing the baseball now. And the results are starting to tell you. 3 of the 4 outings prior to tonight scoreless. Got him swinging for the strikeout. 2 gone. It gets a little nasty when he starts dropping this in there.
Catcher Stephen Vogt.
Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. Didn't turn out that way, though. That ball's breaking straight down and sharply.
Now 2 up, 2 away now, Stephen Vogt. Vogt with a base hit in 3 trips. He's back in. He was on the family medical leave list for 3 days. Torino's going to go out and remind Keone Kela what they had talked about as far as Vogt is concerned. Sometimes during the ball game, a reliever sitting down in the bullpen might not recognize it, but a catcher will say, okay, this is what we talked about with Vogt before. He changed a little bit, so we had to change our thinking in the succeeding at bats. Ball 1. Get the book on him, but been, okay, he's swinging at the first pitch fastball, and he all of a sudden changed, has been taking it, and you might go ahead and throw him that first pitch fastball in the zone. Two balls, no strikes. Tony Kellett grew up in the Seattle area. 23-year-old, born in Los Angeles, and now toiling for the Rangers. Popped up on the infield. Beltre near the mound, puts it away. And Keone Kellen has a 1-2-3 eighth inning. So the Rangers will come to bat in the bottom of the eighth inning, trailing the A's 5-3.
Another late inning rally as they trail the A's by a score of 5-3, and we head to the bottom of the eighth here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. This is the second of three against the Oakland A's. Game three will take place tomorrow. The finale of this three-game series. Coverage starts at 6:30 here on Fox Sports Southwest. Yu Darvish gets the ball for the Rangers. He's got a 3.02 career ERA here at Globe Life Park. Meantime, Josh Reddick swinging a hot bat against these Rangers in the last couple of seasons. Those two will go head-to-head tomorrow. 7 o'clock first pitch here on Fox Sports Southwest. A big thank you to the fine folks at AT High-Speed Internet for getting us ready for Game 3 and the Rally Caps, guys.
All right, Ed, thank you. Yeah, Rally Caps are out here in the eighth inning. Rangers need a couple to tie and three to take it to the house. Jurickson Profar and the top of the Ranger order here in the eighth inning. Profar 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Liam Hendricks in to start his second inning of work. Had a perfect seventh inning, striking out the side in order. 2-1 to Profar.
The Rangers have struck out 5 straight times. And Hendricks kind of overmatched the bottom of the order last inning with those 3 strikeouts. So much so that Bob Melvin brought him out for a second inning.
The 2-1. Pulled on the ground through to the right side for a base hit. Well, Profar gets the 8th inning started. His first hit of the night, and that'll bring up Nomar Mazara.
Right fielder, Nomar Mazara.
Gets a high fastball, it looked like. It's gotten a lot of swings and misses, but not that one. Well, now you've got a good part of the order coming up. Second, third, fourth, fifth place hitters. If the Rangers can have a little late inning magic tonight, just like they did last night.
Mazzara 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a fielder's choice. Strike one. Okay, you had the walk-off last night. A good comeback, a walk-off win. Do you feel any more confidence in the 8th inning when you're down by 2 tonight, the very next night?
It's hard to say. I think you do. I think you say, okay, we're on a good roll last night. We did it last night. We can do it again tonight.
Crisp back on the track makes the catch.
Well, off the bat, I thought he had enough to get it off the wall. Almost hit it right to the base of the wall. Good swing, good contact.
Center fielder, Ian Desmond.
And we've seen Mazzara drive balls a long way that way. You're right, it's just a little bit short. Brought the guys up off the seats a little bit. So out number 1, and it brings up Ian Desmond. Well, the reason I ask, I know that as a pitcher, if I were to face the same team in the same situation the next night after I'd given up the lead, it would have been very easy for me to say, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, for sure.
Nothing in 1 to Ian.
Boy, Ian's hit some shots into the right field seats in this game. It went into the dugout that just missed the skipper.
Desmond 0 for 3. The strikeout, a fly out, and a ground out. Ooh, he had one there again to work with. Fastball down a little bit. See Ian's reaction to that. Ugh.
Now, right before Beltre's home run last night, Ian had a couple of pitches to hit, a couple of great swings, and fouled them off.
This one pop foul. That will reach the seats on the right side. Yeah, a very similar situation as to the 9th inning the Rangers had last night with Desmond up there and a runner at first, 1 out, Beltre in the on-deck circle. Desmond's had 2 pitches now to work with and fouled them both off. Last night it was Ryan Madsen. Tonight it's Liam Hendricks. I would venture to say if Desmond doesn't get on, that Beltre is probably not going to see a first pitch fastball the way he did last night from Madsen. Just a thought.
What you're saying is, Buzz, if you were pitching, you wouldn't give him one, right?
Exactly. There's Madsen. His comment after the game, I got beat. That's about all you can say about it.
Yeah, I threw a fastball and he hit it.
Yep. Great diving stop by Semien. They get the force at second. What a play by Marcus Semien. Kind of a hooking line drive. A full out dive. And Semien kept that ball from going into left field and got 1 out.
They were hoping it would bounce a little bit sooner than it did. Tremendous play. But if it bounced about a foot or 2 earlier, it might have bounced over his glove. But boy, that's catching a short hop with a dive and getting the force out at second. Been talking a lot about Semien and how well he's playing, how much he's improved defensively. It's in play tonight with his home run and a beautiful play right there. Trying to stop a Ranger rally.
Adrian Beltre gets a first pitch slider that he laid off of. 1 ball and no strikes. Beltre 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Desmond with good speed at first. Rangers trailing 5-3 here in the 8th inning. Adrian at 280 with the average. Hendricks okays the sign. Now backs off. Beltre 1 for 7 against Hendricks in previous matchups. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, last night, Ryan Madson, first pitch fastball, and the rest, as they say, is history. 9th walk-off home run for Adrian Beltre. And he's ahead of the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. And I'm sure that Liam Hendricks is very well aware that he might have a green light here. Bob Melvin, were he in the other dugout, will be giving Adrian Beltre the green light. Ball 4. Not really taking much of a chance. So the Rangers have the tying runs aboard with 2 outs. And Rougned Odor coming up, but Bob Melvin is going to the mound. And he wants the left-hander. It'll probably be Mark Zepchinski to come on. We saw the left-hander in last night. He will be asked to face Rougned Odor with the tying runs on base here in the 8th inning. Another pitching change underway at Globe Life Park. Rangers trailing 5-3, but making noise in the 8th. We're back right after this. Runs aboard with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Rougned Odor is coming to the plate. Ranger fans, 25,000 plus on hand. They are hoping for a Ranger comeback, and Mark Zepchinski, for the 2nd straight night, is on to face a left-handed hitter. 46th game of the year for the Southpaw. Just 30 1/3 innings of work, and opponents hitting .267 against him. Last night, he came on in the 5th inning to face Mitch Moreland. Got Mitch to ground out to end the inning. Here he is facing Rougned Odor with runners at 1st and 2nd and 2 away. Odor has faced Zepchinski twice before. He is 1 for 2.
The lefties this year have hit .303 against Zepchinski.
Breaking ball hangs to the inside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, that one hung so much that it really wasn't that great a pitch to hit. You hang one like that over the middle of the plate, and then you got to watch out. That one just didn't break enough to be a good pitch to hit.
Ian Desmond at 2nd. He's trailed by Adrian Beltre at 1st. Beltre carrying the tying run in this ball game. Zepchinski a couple of looks at 2nd. And Odor fights it off foul. He's down on the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Now, Zepchinski has not done well against first batters that he has faced in ball games. They've gone 12 for 39 against him with 6 walks. It's at a 300, just a little over a 300 average. But he is the left-hander that Bob Melvin has asked to get Rougned Odor. 0-2. Pop foul. That's back and out of play. Zepchinski, a very well-traveled left-hander, primarily because most guys can't say it, kind of like me. He moves around a lot. I'm going to have to buy him a couple of vowels.
You got to have a big back to fit that name on. Couldn't have that name in Little League. Go right around to the front. Instead of the name of your team, it'd be the last few letters of your name.
There's no truth to the rumor that he's Vanna White's favorite player. 0-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rougned Odor singled back in the 5th inning. 1 for 3 tonight. This crowd of 25,272 making some noise. Got him swinging. Odor down on strike. Ranger threat is nullified in the 8th. They leave 2 on a hit and a walk. On to the 9th we go. 5-3 Oakland.
Last night, will we have that again here tonight? Stay tuned to find out as we head to the top of the 9th with the Rangers down 5-3. And when all is said and done, we'll wrap it up with the post-game show, Rangers Live, coming up with me, Mark McLemore, and Pudge Rodriguez, talking about the young guys' contributions tonight, especially Joey Gallo in his first go-round here this season. And also, we'll look at the double plays turn. No team better at that in the majors. And Yu Darvish, of course, going tomorrow. We'll set that up for you as well. So lots to get to right after the game. But for now, we'll get it back to Buzz and Tom, guys.
All right, Dana, thanks very much. Well, we head to the 9th inning, and Sam Dyson, the Ranger closer, has come out to pitch here in the 9th inning. He'll be facing Jake Smolinski to start things off. Dyson, the 28-year-old out of Tampa, Florida, his 49th appearance of the year. He's worked 45 in the 3rd innings. League getting just .238 against him. Sam with 34 strikeouts, only 12 walks. 1 ball and 1 strike after the foul ball. Saw Sam pick up his 20th save of the year on Sunday afternoon in Kansas City. Worked an inning to get that save. Gave up 2 hits, but probably the hardest hit ball that he's given up in quite a while was hit right back at him. He had it in his glove and dropped it, then got the force at second. Nice job by Profar to judge that quickly. Smolinski can fly down the line. And Jurickson was going to lay back and thought better of it. And good thing he did.
Yeah, he almost got caught in between, but he made the right choice. And then had the ability to throw with something on it on the run. And if you wonder about his arm strength, you saw it right there.
Yeah,
why you'd wonder about it, but
no,
if you did, there it was.
Yeah, he's had a couple of years where Shoulders have been problematic. And if you wondered about the health of the arm, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, he's made all the throws this year, whether he's going to his left, his right, coming in. And so arm problems are a thing of the past for him.
Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. And Sam Dyson misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Alonso tonight 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a line drive to center. Well, things have calmed down considerably in this ball game after pretty wild scoring innings in the 4th and 5th. Nothing here in the last 3 innings plus as Joey Gallo takes that to the bag for out number 2.
Shortstop Marcus Semien.
Well, 2 ground balls, 2 pretty good plays by the youngsters on the Ranger infield, or at least 2 of the 3 youngsters. Marcus Semien 1 for 3 with his 21st home run of the year back in the 5th inning. First pitch slider, just barely missed the zone. Sam Dyson out of Jesuit High School, very renowned plant of baseball players. There's a breaking ball that hits the inside corner. It's 1-2. Sam back to the plate. To the gap in left center field. That is down for a base hit. Rule will cut it off, and the 4th consecutive slider. Semien finally got one that stayed up for him. He banged it to the left for a 2-out single. So the 9th hit of the night for the Oakland A's. Now Ryan Healy, who has a base hit and a run scored, will step in. Healy's single came back in the 5th inning. Couple of home runs. Healy already has a walk-off home run to his credit. That was against Tampa Bay on the last homestand for the A's. That pitch a bit low. It's 2-0. Now Dyson, a check of first. And misses low and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Sam flirting with a little bit of a problem here. He gave up a 2-out single to Marcus Semien. Now he's fallen behind to Ryan Healy. 3 balls and no strikes. He's got the top of the order, and Coco Crisp waiting. .30 pitch. Ball 4. Walk the number 9 man. And that'll give Crisp an opportunity to come to the plate.
Outfielder Coco Crisp.
Doug Brocail going to make a quick trip out to the mound. Very short message that Doug took out there, and a lot of nodding from Robinson Chirinos and a little bit from Sam Dyson.
Yeah, I think what Jeff Bannister hopes for in this situation, when you bring your closer in to get an inning of work in a non-save situation, is that it'll be a 10-pitch inning. And Sam was on his way to doing that. And now it's turned into at least a 15-pitch inning. And the last thing you want is a 23 or 24-pitch inning to put tomorrow in question, whether you're available or not.
Well, here's Crisp, who is 1 for 3 tonight. A walk. He's also had a home run. Crisp led off the 4th inning with a monster shot to right. And Coco Crisp right at the top of the pecking order with runners in scoring position. 426. Best average in the American League.
Yeah, and recently, if you take away the beginning, he's even better than that. Crisp has been 23 for his last 45 in those situations, hitting over 500 with men in scoring position. He's swinging the bat pretty well tonight.
And runners at first and second and 2 outs. And Dyson now falling behind, 2-1. Now, and on top of, Jim maybe jeopardizing the availability for tomorrow, you'd hate to give up a run here in the 9th inning to make it a 3-run game. John Tollison getting ready, and just in case Sam Dyson can't put this inning to bed. Up the middle, Dyson deflects it into left field for a base hit. Around third is Semien. He will score into second with an RBI double and another hit with runners in scoring position. Coco Crisp. It is 6-3 Oakland.
Yeah, that's too bad because that was going to be a nice easy play at second base. It was not going to make it up the middle. Wasn't hit that hard. Looked like Sam stuck out his foot. Let's take a look. Gets it right off the end of the bat. He sticks out his foot to kick it and kicked it right away from Profar, who was going to be sitting there waiting for it to step on second base for a simple out. Well, it's kind of a reflex action that cost the Rangers a run, cost Sam an earned run. Watch.
So it makes it a 3-run game. And runners at second and third, still 2 out. Got the skipper's temperature up just a little bit.
I would
walking
think
around.
so.
Jed Lowry, a base hit in 4 trips tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. I think this is going to be Sam Dyson's last hitter, no matter what. You're running up right at 20 pitches now, and I don't think that Jeff Bannister is going to take a chance to let him go any further if he needed to. Popped him up. Profar makes the grab. That will do it. But the A's add on a very important run to get a run on 2 hits and lead to. Bottom of the 9th, it'll be Gallo, Rua, and Moreland. Rangers trailing by 3. Still on the mound. He has 2 two left-handers in the first three hitters that the Rangers will send up there. Joey Gallo to be followed by Ryan Rua, and then Mitch Moreland. So we'll see if the Rangers can't get something going here. They trail by 3 now after Sam Dyson was touched for a run in the top of the 9th inning. Joey Gallo 1 for 3 tonight. That one was a long home run to left center. The other 2 times he struck out. All 3 of the at-bats came against the starter, Sonny Gray. Infield shifted well around to the right as Gallo gets sawed off. 1 ball and 1 strike. A's 6 runs on 10 hits tonight. Rangers 3 runs on 6 hits. Now 1-2. Well, in case you missed the beginning of the ball game, we're running a little late because there was just a shade over an hour rain delay at the outset of the ball game. Nick Martinez started, had 3 outstanding innings, and then ran into problems in the 4th and couldn't get out of the 5th inning. 2-2 to Gallo. Meanwhile, the Rangers got to Sonny Gray after Sonny Gray had not given up a hit for the first 4 innings. Rangers got him for all 3 runs on 5 hits in the 5th inning. The 2-2 pitch to Gallo. Alonso will win that race to the bag. That is out number 1. And with that out, Bob Melvin going to the mound. Zepchinski just asked to get the first left-hander. And with the right-handed hitting Ryan Rua coming up, call put out to the bullpen. John Ashford. Axford will be called in from the pen. Their pitching change underway. We'll take a timeout on Fox Sports Southwest. Three runs down, and John Axford has come out of the A's bullpen to take over. Axford appeared in last night's ball game. Rangers got to him for a run on a couple of hits in his 1 inning of work. That run, Adrian Beltre's opposite field home run in the 7th inning. Axford, for his 45th appearance of the year, he's 4-3, a 5.05 ERA, and the opposition hitting .288 against the 33-year-old right-hander. Ryan Rua takes high and away for ball 1. Rua tonight, 1 for 3. A single in the 5th inning. He came around to score. Other than that, he has struck out a couple of times. 1-1. Rangers tonight have had 12 strikeouts. And that's something we haven't seen from the Ranger Ball Club too often.
And kind of come in bunches. Sonny Gray struck out the side in the first inning. Rangers struck out 5 straight times in the 6th and 7th innings. Sonny Gray was tough except for the 5th inning.
Right. 2-1 to Rua. That evens the count. Rua facing Axford. Axford played his college ball at the University of Notre Dame. He is a Canadian. And he gets the strikeout. 2 gone.
Good fastballs, 94, 96 miles an hour with him.
Well, Mitch Moreland with 2 outs and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Mitch laced his 14th home run of the year into the Oakland bullpen in left center field. That was back in the 5th inning. One ball and no strikes. One and one. The A's into the overshift against Moreland. Shallow right field. Jed Lowry out there. Outfield, though, plays Moreland just about straight away. Line drive, right center field. In a hurry, a dive by Reddick. He makes the catch. And that is the end of the ball game. You know, Josh Reddick, an all-out dive, took extra bases away from Mitch Moreland. And the A's come back to win the 2nd ball game in this series and even things up at a game of peace and set up a rubber game tomorrow night. Josh Reddick, a great defensive play. So Reddick threw a runner out at second base tonight and made the diving catch to end the ball game and preserve the win for Oakland. John Axford pumping his fist. So the A's win it tonight 6-3. We'll be back to wrap things up, or back with more, I should say, right after this on Fox Sports Southwest.